What's up guys? Today we're going to be working on the E34.
What a piece of junk!
We're going to be figuring out why the blower motor only works on a high speed. As you can see, it's on 3 right now. It doesn't work. 2 doesn't work. 1 does not work. Stay tuned and let's see what's wrong with this thing. So I have replaced the resistor before. It was an aftermarket resistor. I'm not sure the quality of it. Put the resistor in. I had 3 working for a little bit, but 1 and 2 were still off. After about an hour, it went back to just 4. It was only working on 4. The blower motor has also been replaced for a separate reason. The bearing failed on it. So I know it's not a blower motor issue, but when I was replacing the blower motor, I checked for power on the blower motor, and I had no power to the blower motor on speeds 1, 2, and 3. So it's leading me back to believe that there is a resistor issue. So we're going to gain access to the resistor, and we're going to test it and see if this aftermarket resistor is faulty. We're going to start by going down here, removing this cover, just 1 screw. Pulls right off. And there's our resistor right there. Now, just got a tab on it. 2 tabs. Pull straight out. As you can see, this resistor still looks brand new, so let's see what's going on with it. Don't need any fancy tools for this, just using a standard voltmeter. We're going to start by taking a look at the wiring diagram for the circuit. This is a pretty simple circuit. We have a relay that is activated by the ignition switch. There's also 2 fuses. There's the blower motor switch itself, the blower motor resistor, and the blower motor. What we need to check down at the resistor is on speeds 1, 2, and 3. Do we have power from the switch to the resistor? So we're on speed 1, key on. Making sure I get a good ground here. And I have no voltage on the blue wire. So we're going to go back up here, speed 2, ground the meter, check this green wire, still no voltage. Speed 3. Speed 3, ground the meter, back probe, no voltage. We're going to go to max. Blower comes on, ground the meter. We got 12 volts. So it's looking like we got a faulty switch because we have no voltage down there on speeds 1, 2, and 3. So I pretty much already know the switch is faulty, but just to verify, I'm going to pull this control head out and we're going to test the switch itself. So we're going to go ahead and remove the radio so we can get behind this and pry it out of there. There we go. Just like that. Take this connector off. More connector here. So what I'm going to do is remove these screws, take this blower motor switch out, and see if I can clean up the contacts or something and get it working again. Remove this connector on the back. It's just got 2 locking tabs on it. A little bit better angle. There we go. Gonna remove these screws. There's 1. 2. And 3. switch just pulls out. Don't lose that screw. Also don't lose your cap here. Put that down somewhere safe. Place that aside, and here's our switch. So the switch is riveted together. We got plastic rivets 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to drill those out so I can take this switch apart, hopefully. And see if we can fix this issue. So, pretty sure the shaft has to come out. If you just push on the end of it, you'll be able to get it out of there. There we go. Shaft out. Okay, so with the shaft out, now we got the switch removed. So, as you rotate that switch, that cylinder comes and lets these contacts come and touch their pins, and then these pins send power to the blower motor. So what we're going to do is take some sandpaper, clean these contacts off, clean the pins off. Actually, I can see a little bit of wear on the pins too. Maybe bend them down a little bit and reassemble that switch and see if we can get this thing working again. Just got a piece of 400 grit sandpaper here. I'm going to lift up this contact. Sand this pin down a little bit. We're trying to remove any corrosion or anything on these contacts. Then lift it up, flip the sandpaper over, and do the same thing. Do the next one, and so on. Now what I'm trying to do here is trying to bend the tabs down so that they contact the pins with a little bit more force. It was hard to get on video, but I could see that when I had the switch assembled, pins 1, 2, and 3 weren't making full contact with the tabs there. If I bridged the pin to the tab with a screwdriver or a similar tool, then the blower motor would start working on whatever speed for whichever pin. Now we're going to reassemble this switch. This just goes in like that. We take our shaft here, work its way in. Just kind of rotate it as you put it in. There's one.
It's moving. It's alive!
Now that we got the switch back together and working, as you can see, the plastic rivets did hold it together before. There is a little bit of play, but the switch would be fine if you didn't put anything. But what I'm gonna do is put a few dots of RTV on the corners just to hold it in place better. And if I need to ever remove it again, it's gonna be easy to remove. So now you can put everything back together and test it. Now, you may be asking yourself, is it worth the hassle to take the switch apart and fix it for free when a new switch you can buy online for about 50 bucks? You know, that's a personal choice. I didn't feel like spending the money on a new switch if I could fix it myself, so I fixed the switch myself and everything's working fine. But if you don't feel like taking the switch apart and messing with it like that, then you can find this switch online for about $50. So if you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe. Check me out on Instagram and Facebook @Supernato. That's all I have for this video. Catch you guys next time.